A very, very warm welcome to you. I will let you know we have sanitised the seats in between the audiences. Hugely warm welcome to our school, and we really, really appreciate you coming out to see what we have to offer, especially in such still unsettled times. We're not quite back to normal. I've got to be honest, we weren't expecting an incredible 824 people, which is the numbers that have been inside our school tonight, which I am incredibly emotional and proud about, and I'd really like to thank you for coming to our school. But what I will say, I mean, it's quite late on in the evening now, but please don't feel pressurised to stay in the school if you don't feel comfortable being amongst so many people. And if you have felt a bit anxious tonight and you feel that you haven't really seen the school, please give your name to any staff member at the end of the evening, and we can invite you back in for a tour during the school day so that you can really get an opportunity to see what we have to offer. We've had to cut down on the chairs in the hall this year. We normally cram far more people into the hall. We have had to cut down on the chairs, but we are recording the speeches for the website and social media, and we'll release those tomorrow. So if you did miss anything, or you do feel that you have to leave, then you can listen to those. And I'd also like to thank you for considering the COVID controls tonight. So it's difficult wearing masks and it's difficult socially distancing, and we have asked everybody tonight to be sensible and respect each other, and I hope that you found Heathcote a happy and safe place and a comfortable place where it's easy to do that. So thank you very much for respecting the rules and being COVID compliant and keeping us all safe. We are going to limit the amount of time you're in the hall. Normally our presentations last about 35 minutes. It's going to be about 20 minutes, and I'm really going to try and fine-tune the key points. But I think it's really important that I make the time to tell you what we are about, and for you to hear from the key people sitting in the front row who make our school what it is. So we're really, really trying to focus on the main things tonight. And I'm under threat from my daughter, because any of you who have ever been to any of our open evenings before will know that I tend to waffle on about my daughter and then relate it back to school. But she's 12 now and quite stroppy, and she's told me under no circumstances am I to mention her. But I will just say one thing, because she's not here tonight, is that what my 12-year-old daughter does is she makes me value the absolute importance of education. I know it's good enough for her at her school, and it's my job as head teacher of this school with my staff to ensure that the education here is the same for our children at this school. And my daughter also drives my passion to make sure that children in this school are happy and safe, can find their interests and fulfil their ambitions, enabling them to live successful and enriching and happy lives. Now, you're a very, very lucky bunch of people sitting in this hall. You might not feel it, but you are, because you have got a number of good schools around you, both in Waltham Forest, but also outside of the borough. Just in a very, very small radius, you've got 2 other Ofsted graded good secondary schools, as well as us, and we've got the most recent full good Ofsted inspection. So really what it comes down to is what is right for your child. You are spoiled for choice. So what you really need to think about is, what are their interests? Where will they thrive? What makes them tick? What's their comfortable space? And do yours and their values align with the school that you choose? You as parents and carers know your children better than anyone, and it's really important that you have conversations tonight and in the next few days and next weeks before you make that final decision. So, I told you you're spoiled for choice. So with that in mind, what makes Heathcote unique and different? And why should you seriously consider what we can offer you as one of your top choices and hopefully your first choice? And what I will say is this, is I can tell you with absolute confidence that after the trauma of the last 2 years, your child will be looked after at Heathcote. Your child will thrive academically and socially at Heathcote, and your child will be happy here. And to the Year 5s and 6s in the audience, this is a really good place to spend your teenage years. And this is reflected in parental choice. In the last 3 years, first choices at Heathcote have increased from 55% to 86%, which reflects that increased confidence and satisfaction. And those figures, 86%, is higher than both of the other local schools. We've also subjected ourselves to scrutiny, and in the summer term, we set up 2 external inspections covering safeguarding and leadership. We invited people into our school from outside to give us feedback. We were the only school in the borough to do that, and you will see some of the positive feedback in the slides and also in the prospectus in your bag. We take feedback well. We are a very reflective school, and these visits from external people helped us to refine our school improvement plan with this clear benchmark feedback from external experts. So why Heathcote? Well, number one, we have ambition for all of our pupils. Our results have improved year on year. Every year, our disadvantaged pupils perform in line with our non-disadvantaged pupils, and that is not the national picture. 4 pupils from last year's Year 13 have just started at Oxford or Cambridge this year. We won the prestigious mathletics competition for the last 2 years, beating many local schools. Results in 2021 were better than ever, and better than many local schools, and our English results are exceptional. The pictures of pupils with their 8s and 9s and A's and A stars on results days were truly inspiring, and our sixth form is bigger than ever as more pupils than ever before have stayed on to continue their education here. And we have a fabulous, hard-working current Year 11 and 13 this year who are tough and they're resilient, and I'm totally confident that as we return to exams that everyone's hard work will have paid off and results will continue to improve. And why is that? Well, that's because we have great learning and teaching opportunities here. Our teachers at Heathcote are highly qualified subject specialists, and we have a great range of long-serving teachers with lots of experience, but also newly qualified teachers with energy, creativity and new ideas. Pupils work very hard in lessons, and lessons build on the remote learning done in lockdown to ensure that concepts are understood and knowledge revisited if necessary. We use Rosenshine's principles in all of our lessons to embed knowledge and ensure that skills can be applied. The leadership review that we had in the summer term fed back that behaviour for learning in this school was excellent. And any of you that have visited during the school day will know that the classrooms are respectful and quiet places, unless the teacher is asking for engaging group work, when they are full of the voices of interested and lively pupils. The sixth form provision provides us with great role models, and having a sixth form with teachers teaching 16 to 18-year-olds means great specialist knowledge to challenge pupils lower down the school. Special needs pupils are always included and make great progress in this school and leave following ambitious and engaging pathways. Careers advice and support here is second to none, and we try right from the start to find the things that pupils are inspired by. In your pack you'll find a list of all the clubs that are on this term, so you can see the range of activities on offer, and we've got 3 trips, fingers crossed and COVID permitting, going abroad planned for this year, and they're going to Normandy, Barcelona and Krakow. And we also have a wealth of local trips. We've already had 2 theatre trips this term, we have a lot more planned for this term in the year, and we're also part of the National Theatre Connections project, enabling our pupils to perform in a real London theatre. We have a partnership with Barratt Homes and TfL, which give our pupils unique experiences in the built environment industry, where there are so many exciting opportunities. And we also have fun. Our sports day was absolutely brilliant. It was up at Blue House Field, within our amazing grounds. The PE department in this school is outstanding. It's highly organised, with both boys and girls playing regular fixtures, as well as running sports clubs for fun, including trampolining. You may have seen our Year 11 boys as you came in, coming out. We won't mention the fact that they lost to Holy Family, but it does show that it's a really active thing in this school, sports, and lots of matches are played. We regularly run charity events and activities, and pupils perform their own assemblies, concerts and plays. And we also run Duke of Edinburgh for pupils in Year 9 to 13, and they do go to more interesting places than the car park, I promise you. That was just where the photo was taken. So, finally, I'd like to talk about relationships, care and support, and this is where Heathcote really, really excels. We are never going to be the school that demands silent corridors, marching robotic pupils and exclusions for the wrong uniform. So if you want that kind of school, this isn't the school for you. But what we do have is we have clear and proportionate rules and clear and proportionate sanctions within an environment of considerable care and support. We expect our pupils to be ready, respectful and responsible. And pupils have a range of rewards on offer. Pupils smile and laugh at Heathcote, and when teenage obstacles appear, which they so often do, and trust me, I know all about that with my own daughter, which may make them lose their smiles temporarily, other pupils and staff in the community are respectful, supportive and considerate. The safeguarding review that I referred to concluded that pupils feel safe in this school, they know who to talk to in school, and they feel comfortable doing so. They also said that there are significant strengths in safeguarding in this school. Since the last lockdown, we have undertaken individual mental health interviews twice. We have interviewed every child in the school twice, personal interviews to help us understand the community after lockdown and what we need to do and how we can support those children. And where there are individual concerns, these have been followed up with signposting to services or counselling or therapeutic support. In the interviews we had at the start of this term, nearly 90% of pupils said they were excited about the year ahead. And for the remaining pupils who did identify worries about exams or work, we have already put into place individual and group strategies. We have a 15-place provision in school for deaf pupils, and we also host an alternative provision for pupils from other schools with anxiety issues, and we work closely with the counsellors and therapists from that provision who also benefit our school. We send a newsletter once a week, and we keep in touch in a number of ways, including parent mail, parent evenings, social media and phone calls. We are always welcoming to all members of the community, and we are out and about in the evening in high-vis jackets, out and about in the local area, supporting our pupils to get home safely. And this is all on offer in the heart of your community on the edge of the beautiful forest, giving our young people unique and unparalleled educational opportunities. And I hope that this evening has affirmed your thoughts or changed your mind as you realise what a caring and nurturing environment this is, and one that is full of incredible energy and opportunities from hard-working and inspiring staff and pupils. Please read the prospectus, talk to staff and pupils tonight. I may not get the chance to speak to many of you tonight, but you can email me with any specific questions at any time. Pupils at Heathcote are brave. They're funny, they're resilient, they're loyal, they're tolerant, they're friendly, they're ambitious and they're interesting. And I really hope that that's come through tonight. Please follow our social media, look at our website and also our amazing presentational film that we made last year. We don't always get everything right at Heathcote, but I can assure you that we work very hard to do so and we build on any feedback that we do get. We are organised, we communicate well, and we are committed to providing the best education for our community. As Vince Lombardi said, perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Heathcote really is an excellent school. And I really hope that you'll become part of our family and that you look back in 8 years' time when your child leaves the sixth form, knowing that you made the right decision. So, you've heard enough from me, and I thank you for listening so attentively. I'm now going to hand over to some of our pupils. We are going to have to reduce the time that they would speak for you for because of the COVID restrictions, but it's really important that you hear from our pupils because they are the beating heart of this school. So we're going to hear from 2 members of our pupil head boy and head girl team, Alex and Sophie, and then 3 Year 7s and a Year 8 pupil, and then we're going to finish off with a very short presentation from a parent who has had 3 children at this school, and also our Chair of Governors who has also had 3 children at the school. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Alex, our head boy in Year 11.
Good evening. My name is Alex Tyzak and I'm head boy in Year 11. First off, I'd like to tell you about the staff here. Throughout the years, they've shown nothing but kindness and a will to keep us as students safe and happy with our school lives. Staff always tailor their teaching to our abilities by understanding the grade that we're working at. In most of my subjects, my predicted grades are 9s, and this is because of how I've been academically pushed in every lesson to do my best, and I will achieve those high grades in my exams. Not only are the staff at Heathcote amazing, but so is the technology used in each lesson, especially in the creative lessons. For one of my GCSE options, I picked drama, and I can say with confidence that having a specific room for drama makes it much easier to perform in. Now, Heathcote is a great school full of opportunities to learn new things, but there is also the social aspect of this school. When I first started at Heathcote, I would only talk to the people that I knew from my primary school. But pretty quickly, I began to broaden the groups of people I hang out with. There are so many chances to meet new people and learn new things about them and their cultural background because Heathcote is so diverse. Heathcote gives responsibilities and leadership roles to students who want to gain more experience at school, such as sport ambassadors and pupil ambassadors. Our pupil ambassadors are a part of our student council that collect ideas and input from the student body on where we can improve the school. In Year 11 and Year 13, students have the opportunity to apply to be a head pupil, run the student council's meeting and meet with school leaders. Without these opportunities, I would not be standing in front of you today. Thank you for joining us today at the open evening for Heathcote Secondary School. We look forward to seeing you in September.
The reason I stayed on at Heathcote is because of the opportunities and experiences I have gained here is second to none, in my opinion. The school is an extremely caring one. For example, during the pandemic, Heathcote phoned us regularly at home to find out how we were doing. They sent praise cards and postcards home to recognise our hard work. Our teachers even made funny YouTube videos for us, and I think the Christmas one was the best. My brother is partially deaf, and the support Heathcote gave him was amazing. It inspired me to gain my British Sign Language qualifications as a result of the opportunities offered here. In 2019, we had the opportunity to visit Sicily and Barcelona with the school. This was an extremely well-organised trip and kept parents informed throughout. To say it was a phenomenal experience is an understatement. I could probably talk about it for an hour straight, but there's no time. Some pupils had never been abroad before and everyone looked after each other. On our career bulletin, there was an opportunity for me to have paid work experience at an investment bank. I loved it. I've also gone on to have work experience at construction consultancy and Boots Pharmacy at Chingford, thanks to Heathcote. I do hope you consider Heathcote as your secondary school. It's a genuinely positive and supportive environment, and it helps you do the best you can. Please feel free to approach me with any questions you have after. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophie. Okay, so we're now going to hear from 3 Year 7s, and I appreciate they haven't been here for very long, but they are full of things they want to say to you. So we've got Manvir, Shay, Khalifa, and then Angelina in Year 8. She's been here for a little bit longer, so she's got a little bit more to say to you. Okay?
Hi, I'm Manvir. Here's why I really like Heathcote. I like Heathcote because there's many fun lessons. Heathcote provides so many fun clubs such as art and football club. Heathcote gives plenty of support during lessons. They have really cool events that I really like to take place in. I'm honoured to be speaking for my school. You won't make a mistake if you choose the school. Bye everybody.
Hi everyone, I'm Shay. And I'm Khalifa. I really hope you're looking forward to this open evening, or you've already experienced everything. Today we're going to tell you how much you enjoy Heathcote and how much you will enjoy it too. A lot of people think going to new school is really hard, but that's all a lie. It's not as terrifying as people make it seem. Exactly. Lessons are spectacular and teachers are always making us feel in the best way. You might feel like you're on the top of the world in Year 6, but let me warn you, Year 6 flies by really, really fast.
I know, right? And also, on top of that, we'd like to thank you for listening to us.
We hope you have a great evening and feel free to look around the school.
And also, Heathcote will be the best choice.
Bye.
Hello everyone, I'm a Heathcote student and I would like to talk about this brilliant school because I believe it is the right school to attend. Encourage, challenge, succeed. These values lie within everyone at Heathcote School. Ever since I joined the school in September last year, I've been bombarded with support and ambition from both my peers and the staff. As a student here, my opinion will sound biased, but I can assure you that this school will do wonders for your education and morals. Even if you have amazing scores in your tests and you are top of the class in your primary, Heathcote will find you your match and you will be challenged to reach a new level of intelligence. Last year when COVID struck, everything felt weird and alien-like, not just for me, but for everyone. Even so, as COVID restrictions ease and more people get vaccinated, our school is returning to normal. After-school clubs are back, school trips are happening, and fundraiser events are planned. Heathcote Schools offers so much, and I hope you'll pick us so that we can have a bigger family. I hope you all enjoyed the open evening and have a wonderful day. Also, make sure if there's anything left, go to the canteen.
To all the prospective students, parents and carers visiting Heathcote School this evening. My name is Tracy Connellan. I'm a psychiatric matron and a nurse consultant working in East London in the NHS, and truthfully therefore not someone who's very easily impressed. I'm here tonight, however, to share my experience at Heathcote because honestly, I've always been impressed by Heathcote School. I put my trust in Heathcote to provide the best education and opportunities for my children. My son is now working after he's in the sixth form with a distinction in his BTEC. I have a son in Year 9 and also a daughter who's just recently started in Year 7. I realised that although academic achievement is important, of equal importance was that I chose a school for my children that was safe, nurturing and inspiring. Children do much better when they feel safe, we all know that, and they're able to develop the resources to become both competent and confident teenagers and into adulthood. When I heard that head teacher, Ms Hillman, like you heard her this evening, and other speakers on the open evening here, I heard what I really wanted to hear from the secondary school. Heathcote understands that in order for pupils to thrive, they must be included, they must be involved, they must be listened to, and they must be pushed to try new things and develop fresh skills in a really supportive setting. The pupils need to be confident that the adults around them see potential in them, which some of our young people can't always see in themselves, especially through the difficult teenage years and the ups and downs of that. The SLT, teaching, the support staff at Heathcote have continued to make access to learning and problem resolution easy and straightforward, dealing with issues properly, calmly, professionally, and always with a keen focus on safeguarding, which is so important. I have many friends whose children have come here, moved on from sixth form, children who are still here, and friends at primary school who want their children to come here. I asked some of them some feedback last night, and this is some of the comments that were made about the school. Number one, the communication in the school is amazing. We're always kept informed. If anything is unclear, it's always responded to quickly. Number two, my child achieved fantastic GCSE and A-level results here. After spending all his formative years at Heathcote and the sixth form, he's now at St Andrews University in Scotland, and I never doubted he would not succeed at Heathcote. Number three, the teaching staff here know my child. There's a personal touch here, which I haven't experienced before. And something I probably failed to say in my earliest speeches was that through COVID, I worked as a COVID nurse, a COVID matron, and was also redeployed to another trust. And we contacted Heathcote School and spoke to one of the teachers asking for some support in terms of posters and inspiring quotes from students here, and we've received absolutely loads, and they're still all up in our lift at our hospital, all laminated, and everyone who comes to visit the hospital is always really thrilled to see that. And the other thing that they did that came to my mind is they ran a kindness project through COVID, and my son Jacob, they were matched up with older adults living in nursing homes in Chingford, and they wrote them letters, and they got letters back from these older adults, and that was absolutely wonderful. So there's a lot of thinking outside the box, and if you're a parent that wants to be involved and also give the school ideas when they give you ideas, you know, that's really welcomed, which to me is fantastic. Communities bring up children, not just parents. A lot of us work very hard, we work really long hours. We need to know our children are in a safe place and in a safe school. A community of staff that care and go the extra mile is what you're always going to find here at Heathcote School. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Tracy. Right, so I'm the last guy on the stage. So my name is Mike Ashwell, and I'm very proud to be the chair of governors here at the school. And I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you here this evening. I hope you found, as I tweet my text, I hope you found the visit inspiring and interesting, and that we did answer all your questions. But if we didn't, then please get back to me, and I'll be glad to help you do that, because this is a really important decision. All of my 3 children attended this school. My son's left this year, they're both at university now. All my children came through this school, mixed levels, but they ended up where they needed to be. So first choice university. So we sat where you are now 8 years ago, and it's very daunting. It's a big decision to take. So I absolutely understand how important this is. This is my personal journey with Heathcote and why we as a family chose Heathcote. Number one, I believe they have a very strong pastoral care. So the behaviour at school is very good here. There are issues, but they get dealt with swiftly and efficiently. Inclusivity for me is very important. It's not always about grades. My daughter was below average when she came to this school, but through the help of the school, they got a massive increase in her attainment, and she left with the grade she needed to get to university. And that only happened because the support of the school intervened, put time into her support development, which was amazing. So any support you get from the school, please take it. And again, finally, the facilities here are fantastic. It's a fantastic location, beautiful surroundings, and fairly new buildings, as you can see. Final remarks just to close with is thank you again for attending this evening. We hope that our good evening has been inspiring for you, and you have a good evening. Please remember, any questions you have at all you leave tonight, then please ask them. I'm available, and so is Emma. My governors are here this evening, so if you want to speak to us about anything at all, we're here. But again, wish you the very best. Good luck, whatever you decide. Stay safe and pleasant evening. Thank you.
Thank you again for being here and for being part of our journey, and I do hope you've really enjoyed the evening. Thank you.